Good Friday evening to you, or if you're in another part of the world, it's now Saturday. Welcome to this edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets, presented by Byron Riley, CPA, for the last time this month. Hopefully, he'll renew. But I am KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. We're going to talk Rockets and that butt whooping the Rockets put on the Charlotte Hornets. Final score 138-104. Jalen Green, where y'all at now? Some folks who have credentials. I digress. Young fella poured in 17 of his 36 points in the third quarter. 6 for 8 from the floor in the third quarter. 5 or 6 from the free throw line. Jalen Green had it going, had it rolling. Was efficient. 12 for 20. 11 for 12 from the free throw line. He was only 1 for 7 from 3. So he was 11 for 13 from 2. And added 9 rebounds. 36 points in 28 minutes. Jalen Green had it going. Thoughts on that performance? You still want him to be traded? Or you're like, nah, I'm good. Now we can keep it now. Just keep playing like that. We're good. Cam Whitmore was 3 for 11 at halftime. 4 for 12 after 3 quarters. But then that fourth quarter, the rookie went off. 4 for 5 from 3. 5 for 6 from the floor. 14 points in 5 minutes. 14 points in 5 minutes, 15 seconds for Cam Whitmore. He finished the game with 24 points, 11 rebounds in 20 minutes. Amen Thompson, 13 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. Hornets are bad. I mean, they play like it. Boy, makes you really wonder how they beat Minnesota. But hey, no worries. The Rockets said, y'all going to play like y'all don't play defense? No problem. We'll take advantage of that. Man, Mike Will, right there. Nothing like social media to spark a fire under a young player. I'll let Mike elaborate on that. I'll just leave it at that. This show is a good distraction right now. Oh, brother Justin, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Grandmother's in hospice. She has only a few days left. Hey, man, my prayers with your grandmother, your family, your relatives. Thank you for spending time with your LTHR family, man. We can make you laugh and take your mind off things in the real world for just a bit. So spend time with us as long as you can, brother. It's all good. No worries at all. In fact, I'm gonna do that probably on Sunday. One of my best friend's mom is going to probably be put in hospice soon, so I'm going to spend time with her on Sunday. Cycle of life, man. It really is. Everybody has to go through it. Hopefully, everybody has to go through it as you get older and bury a parent rather than a parent having to bury a child. But real talk, Cam had it going after he struggled the first 3 quarters, but young fella can make shots. He can get buckets. So we all knew that. It's good. Logic says regarding Jalen, well, I believe he just played his game. He didn't look confused. He's more confident. He's had double figures, I think, in 4 of his last 5 games. So maybe he's turning a corner. Maybe it's beginning to slow down for him. Maybe he's realizing the best ways for him to fit, shine, and excel in this system, help the team win, and get his as well. It's a week. He's got to do it again. Y'all know how I am. Once you shine for a little bit, I want to see you shine continuously because you have shown us you can do it, not do it game in, game out. That's part of being a great NBA player, a great player. You do it game in, game out. Oh, no question, Justin. 93 years young. Hey, she lived hers. She made her three scoring 10 and then some. She got up to the fourth scoring 13. So bless her. Yes. But halftime, real talk, halftime. Let's see the score at halftime. What were y'all thoughts at halftime? Were y'all like, Rockets, man, what are y'all doing? What's going on? Halftime score was 55-53. Jalen Green had 19 of the Rockets' 55 points. The Rockets were 3 for 19 from 3 in the first half. Going back to the fourth quarter in overtime against Portland, when they were 1 for 10, that's 4 for 29 from 3. The last 3 quarters and change. So what was your initial reaction at halftime? Because little did we know that third quarter, Jalen Green was going to go off. Just go off. And the Rockets as a team were going to shoot 75% from the floor in the third quarter. 15 for 20 field goals. And then that fourth quarter, they made 8 threes in the fourth quarter. The Rockets in the second half, shot 75%. 30 for 40 from the floor. That's like video game numbers right there, man. Man, 30 for 40. But y'all are honest, and I appreciate, as I know y'all are. Y'all are honest with the assessment that halftime thought. Steven, I was pretty concerned it was that close. X-ray, halftime I said this is way too close. Mike Will, I know Mike is straightforward and brutally honest. The Rockets will drop another game. Yeah. And then hey, they turned it on. Third quarter, Jalen Green. One more time, Jalen Green did not make only 1 3 tonight that he made. Only one of 7. But man, oh man, 11 for 13 from 2, 11 out of 12 from the foul line, 4 assists, 9 rebounds, 36 points he didn't play the fourth quarter. 36 points in 28 minutes. That's the kind of performance you want heading into a back-to-back on Saturday in Brooklyn with an early start, 5 o'clock start tomorrow, Saturday evening, really. Going to shift gears. Mr. 35 wins, how are you doing? Oh, you missed the show. Just watch the second half. You don't have to worry about the first half. Watch the second half. See the Rockets only missed 10 field goals in the second half, going 30 for 40. Yeah, even Jock Landale played well. X-Ray says he still has to go, but let's see. Jock Landale's numbers overall, he was effective. 15 minutes, 3 for 5 from the floor, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. He even had a block shot. Rockets had 10 block shots. The box score has Fred with 6 block shots. Fred VanVleet with 6 block shots. That's interesting because Fred didn't play in the fourth quarter, did he? And I swore that he had 5 block shots at that point in time. So he picked up one while not even playing. Man, okay. But Fred getting those block shots, and maybe how they're counting block shots. He's getting them on the way up kind of stuff. But hey, they call a block shot. Fred is leading the team in block shots the last few games. Go figure that. But good, very good second half. Resulted in a very good win. Hornets, their defense, their worst rated defense in the league, and we saw why in the second half. We saw why. So, Justin, if that's the case, if that's what it is. All right. But I'm going to shift gears. I want y'all to open your minds, Going to spark some different conversation as I take a sip. Hope you're doing. It's Friday night, people. Take a sip. Not enough. Y'all have your Houston Roundball review mug. Take a sip like I am right now. But click on that shot button. Take you a sip. ESPN Bobby Marks with some info and a trade proposal, a trade that he would like to see. There you go. See, there you go, right there. Got that gray goose to get me loose. We're gonna have fun tonight. But yes, class, pay attention, class. Pay attention. We're going to have some slides to spark discussion about your Houston Rockets on this edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets, presented by Byron Riley, CPA. And real quickly, y'all know if you don't know, reminder real quick. ByronRileyCPA.com. Call 832-303-3995. One more time, call 832-303-3995. Go to the website, ByronRileyCPA.com. Okay, class. Aha, X-ray. I got water that hit harder. All right. Let's have some fun, y'all. Let's have some fun. Okay. Class. Check it out. This is from Bobby Marks, ESPN Bobby Marks. Trade he would like to see. Victor Oladipo, Jock Landale, and Brooklyn's 2024 first, top 8 protected, to Detroit for Alec Burks and Isaiah Stewart. If the first is not conveyed, the Rockets will send 24 and 25 second round picks via OKC. Y'all know, when I read this, it caught my eye, obviously because I cover the Rockets. One, but also I am a Detroit Pistons fan. And I was like, Bobby. Let me see if I can do it like this real quick. Bobby. From a Detroit Piston perspective, hell no. I'm not going to trade Isaiah Stewart for that. Just trade that for the first round pick. No. In a weak draft. No. Not trading the best defensive player on the team for that. No. Correct cuts. Sign me up for it. Yeah, I'm sure y'all will say that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you get a 3-point, you get a scoring man like Alec Burks and another defensive front court player like Isaiah Stewart. Sure. And you give up Jock Landale. I'm sure y'all all for it. Yeah. Correct cuts. Yes, definitely do it. But WK. Yeah. Why? Yeah, exactly. Why? So again, enlarge it for everybody to see if you're just joining the last few moments. ESPN insider Bobby Marks. A trade that he would like to see. It's part of his previews for each NBA team, West and East, with info, including trade he'd like to see each team make. Justin says he likes Isaiah Stewart's motor. He's aggressive in nature, no doubt, no question. Sometimes too aggressive, but yes. DPG, how are you? We'll recap the Rockets routing the Hornets again in a few minutes. About Jalen Green going off 36 points in 28 minutes, 17 in the third quarter. Rockets going 30 for 40 from the floor. But right now we're talking about this trade idea from Bobby Marks. DPG, what are your thoughts on it? From a Rocket perspective, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, it makes sense for the Rockets. Correct cuts. We get rid of Jock, get VO5 off the books, and who the hell cares about second round picks? And that in exchange for serviceable quality pieces. Hell yes. What's the name of the good shooter on Detroit? Alec Burks, when he's rolling, is a good shooter. Bogi Bogdanovic is a 3-point threat when he's rolling. Marcus Sasser is a good 3-point shooter, was getting better at it. But Alec Burks, I can see Alec Burks getting traded by Detroit for something. Hopefully, 2-3 second round picks, if not a first. But not this. No, not this. No, no. And Justin, it's funny you should mention this because I'm going to go into more of the info that Bobby Marks provided. But Law Murray from The Athletic wrote this. What the Rockets need, shooting. The Rockets have really lost their way shooting the basketball over the second quarter of the season. Since December 12th, Houston ranks 27th in both threes made and percentage. Top 5 picks, Jalen Green, 30.5% threes, and rookie Amen Thompson, 11.1%, have struggled over the last 2 months. But here it goes. Justin, X-Ray, Mike Will, Terry Agent. Terry, how you doing? Who they should target. Jazz power forward Kelly Olynyk. Yet another scenario where two teams are battling with proximity in the standings. But Olynyk would solve 2 issues for Houston. Someone who can shoot at a high clip, 40.5% threes this season, as well as a backup behind starting center Alperen Sengun. Olynyk has the added bonus of playing for the Rockets in 2021 as well. Thoughts on that? The sleep art, yeah, I've heard about, read about, known about the Zach LaVine rumors to Detroit. That makes no sense either. No. Makes too much money. Doesn't make them any better. His defense is awful. Just stick with Jaden Ivey. I mean, yeah. No. And if Weaver does that, it's a mistake. And he's injured right now, so why even bother doing that? But yeah. KO, I think Kelly Olynyk has a good contract. I don't think I don't believe he had anything long term here. But would y'all like that? Would y'all like to bring KO back? Would he would solve, not he would help solve the shooting part of it, but he would not help solve what y'all really want, the shot blocking part of it. Now, Law Murray does not include any idea of who the Rockets would need to trade or who he wants the Rockets to trade to get KO. But what do y'all think about that? So of these two suggestions, that one seems more reasonable than that Isaiah Stewart, Alec Burks. No. No. Troy Weaver, shame on you. Just no. But anything's possible. That'd be a shame if Troy does that. It'd be awful if he did that from a Detroit Pistons perspective. It would be just brutal. Really, really bad if he did that. Terry says, go get Rashawn Holmes from the Mavs. I think he's available. Mavs trying to upgrade the roster, defensively especially. Correct Cut says, I'm good on KO. He's a good shooter, but he likes the Stewart trade better. Of course you do. Of course. Stewart can shoot. He's become a better 3-point shooter, especially in the corners. He bangs in the middle, provides toughness, and gives defense. Yep. Mike Will says, hell no. You saying hell no to KO deal? KO is unrestricted. Yeah, I thought he had a good contract. I don't believe he had anything long term. Trading away players you don't want for KO and some cap relief next year probably makes sense. How about that, Mike Will? Olenek comes off the books in the summer. Does that change your hell no to just a no? Or maybe, or possibly. But again, if you're arriving late to this edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets, one more time, this is the trade that ESPN's Bobby Marks would like to see the Rockets make. Victor Oladipo, Jock Landale, and Brooklyn's 24 first-round pick, top 8 protected, to Detroit for Alec Burks and Isaiah Stewart. If the first is not conveyed, Rockets send 24 and 25 second-round picks via OKC. From a Rocket perspective, that's a hell of a deal. More info from Bobby Marks. Trade accepted. Rockets have $4.5 million cash available. $7 million they can send out and receive as well. Here's the info. The Rockets are $22 million below the luxury tax. Fred has a 15% trade bonus that is voided because it exceeds the maximum salary allowed. Draft assets. The Rockets owe OKC a top 4 protected first in both 24 and 26. The Thunder have the right to swap first in 25 if Houston falls outside of the top 10. The Rockets are allowed to trade their own first starting in 2028. The Rockets have 2 unprotected firsts from the Nets in 24 and 26. Of course, they also have the right to swap first with Brooklyn in 25 and 27. Houston has 7 second-round picks available to trade. So there you go, info via ESPN's Bobby Marks. WK doesn't want anything from Detroit. I think Alec Burks would help the Rockets offensively. Defensively, not so much. Not much at all. But he can get buckets. He can get buckets. And he's got veteran experience as well. Justin says so many rumors going around. Someday they will get Brogdon to help run the second unit because Holiday isn't doing what expected. He just scores. And again, I stick with it. I've said it before on these shows. The majority of trades that do happen, we do not hear about in the public. Rumors that are leaked, that spread around on social media, generally come from player agents, agencies, things like that, trying to get some pub for their own client. Mike Wells says Rockets need rim protection and rebounding, especially in the playoffs. Oh, Mike Wells talking playoffs. He's talking playoffs, not play-in, playoffs. Every possession becomes important and stops. Rockets propaganda. Welcome again. Thank you for joining back-to-back nights. If Amen Thompson turns out to be 6'7" Rondo, we are winning multiple titles. Yep, Luka got 73 tonight and needed almost all of them because I think the Mavs barely beat the Hawks. Yep. Terry says, I think Holiday has been solid for our bench unit. He's just not a facilitator. That's Amen's job. Folks agree with you, Mike Will. Rockets need rim protector. So not. So KO's 3-point shooting. Okay. Go back to it. Do you agree with Law Murray with this? What they need? He just says shooting. He does not say shot blocking, rebounding, rim protection. He just says shooting. The Rockets need shooting. Do y'all believe the Rockets need shooting? Which is more important to y'all? In your opinion, which is a bigger need for the Rockets? Shooting or protecting the rim? What do you think? Rim protectors, Daniel Gafford, Holmes. Who's another name I saw? Um, Capella's possibly available. Who was it? Gafford, Sean Holmes, somebody else, another big was being name was being tossed out. Jamon says desperately, I think he's going with rebounding or shot rim protection. Terry says rebounding. X-ray says rim protection. Some have even said the Rockets. That was kicked around a few days ago about Harrison Barnes. Johnny Johnson, a new name. Welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's show. Thank you for chiming in. Says shooting. Asleep Art. Best player available and best rate. DPG. Rim protection. Rockets propaganda says rim protection is more important. Shooting comes and goes. Jamon, when our shots go in, we win by a large amount. Mike Will, defense can turn into offense. Gary Matthews out there if we need shooting. Or let's go. KDC, Nick Richards. I don't think Nick Richards is available. Oh, he might be. Who knows? Hornets. Let me look this up real quick. LaMelo Ball tonight. His shot selection is horrible. 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 One-legged three-pointers. Man, I mean, just horrible. It's watching him jack up that garbage was just, horrible. Oh my gosh, it was just horrible. Ram, thank you for your comments. Thank you for joining your new name to the show. Don't be a stranger. Come back again. Tell your friends about the show and the channel. And Jalen Green, I was giving up on Jalen Green, and I'm not going to give up on Jalen Green. Mark Williams, back issue. If he's healthy, makes a big difference for Charlotte. Mike Will says Mike Will from my school thought, what good is shooting if you can't stop anybody? That's my rationale. Terry Agent with, Time Lord won't be available till next year. Chris Haynes said in a podcast, he and Mark Stein, that some teams, a couple of teams, have contemplated trading for Time Lord Robert Williams to have him healthy for next season. And I want to say Haynes initially did not want to name teams who were contemplating trading for Robert Williams. He said, waiting for more confirmation, waiting for a few things before he mentioned any team names. Then minutes later, he said, well, how can I say this? Ime Udoka is a Rob Williams kind of guy. So, I wonder. So what are your thoughts on that? If the Rockets made a trade for Robert Williams, assuming he'd be healthy for next season, would that make you smile? Would that be a forward-thinking move by Rafael Stone? Or do you want him to do something for this season? So let's see. Correct Cut says I'd be fine with Gafford. Him or Stewart. Isaiah Stewart not gonna be a Rocket. Man, he better not be a Rocket. Not for that deal. No way. Uh, let's see. I missed the question. Where was it? Somebody asked me a question. Yeah. If trading Jason Tate makes the Rockets better, yes. Ime likes Jason Tate for all the reasons I've said for a while. But if the Rockets are healthy, completely healthy, Jason has no role. But right now they're not completely healthy, so he still gets some minutes. Jacqueline Dale was good tonight. Made a positive impact. Could the Rockets get a decent center with the Nets picks? Depends on the team. All right, let's see. KDC said, "I wish peeps watch more Wizard games, but why? That's a hard task, man." Before suggesting Gafford, Greg Cut says, "I'm good on Rob Will. Too injury prone, too big of a risk." But what if it's not much of a risk? What if Portland? We don't know this. This is all speculation. Not my part now. What if Portland says Time Lord is too far along for us and I rebuild? So if the Rockets want to give us something that makes sense, we are good with trading him now. And he's injured. The Rockets medical staff have to be convinced he'd be good to go for next season. And yes, he has battled injuries. But if you don't have to give up a lot for an injured player right now and rehab him the rest of this season with your medical staff, and he is healthy for next season, and he's not going to play a lot of minutes, but in limited time, a healthy Robert Williams, wouldn't he answer y'all's desire for a rim protector? Like, what if, I don't know, Rafael said to Portland, Jayshawn Tate and Victor Oladipo's contract for Time Lord? What about that? Mark Williams, I don't see Hornets. They're not going to give up on him. They trade Nick Richards before they trade Mark Williams. Yeah. But Robert Williams, Time Lord, health is an issue, but contract is not very long. And if, like I said, it's up to Rafael. First, Portland would have to decide that they want to trade him in a deal that makes sense for them. And they up to Rafael to make that happen. That makes sense for the Rockets. I see Johnny Johnson. I'm on that same wavelength. Landell, Oladipo, and Tate for Time Lord. Hey, you know, Capella, expensive but good. Cheaper options: Nick Richards, Biyombo, Rob, or Phil. Will, if feeling risky. Justin, what did you toss out of left field? What did I miss here? The Rockets medical staff, part of the. Yep, they are. Steven, I'm not sure because Time Lord is at least to me as a TV nerd, is a reference to Doctor Who. So I don't know where that came from and how long he's had it. You need to ask around, do some digging and see where he got that nickname, where it come from. Terry said, where is it? I know it's been his nickname for a while. I'm just not sure where it came from. I mean, is you a fan of Doctor Who? I don't know. Terry says you could get Holmes for this season, who's expiring, and Williams will be ready for next season. Mike Will, Capella, too expensive and really doesn't give you much. But yeah, just tossing it out there. Haynes mentioned it, I think last week, about teams showing interest in trading for Robert Williams for next season, investing in next season, rehabbing him this season to be ready for next season. Once again, if you missed it, if you're arriving in the last few minutes, ESPN's Bobby Marks in his write up for the Rockets pertaining to trades he'd like to see every team make. Part of the info for him, he would like to see the Rockets trade Victor Oladipo, Jock Landale, and Brooklyn's 2024 first, top 8 protected, to Detroit for Alec Burks and Isaiah Stewart. If the first is not conveyed, Houston will send 2024 and 25 second-round picks via OKC. Damn, the more I read that, the worse it sounds for Detroit. Golly. OKC second-round picks. That'd be awful, man. Man. Discuss this briefly. Thoughts on Doc Rivers. He was in his first season. The players had begun to tune him out already, despite the win total. And their defense was just garbage. Their defensive schemes were elementary. It was just bad, bad. And I'm not saying hiring Doc Rivers will make them any better, especially come playoff time, especially if they go up 3-1 in the series, because if they go up 3-1 in the series, we know they're going to lose. You know, Steven says Doc Rivers is overrated. But yep, Justin, you are correct with this. The Rockets medical staff did evaluate Cam before they picked him because there were some red flags about his knees. That's one reason why he dropped in the draft, supposedly. Doc's a good dude. I mean, he's a good dude. He's one of those guys. He just keeps landing jobs. He wins. He just does not do a lot in the playoffs, except for that one at one time. But you know, hey, good luck to him. But I laugh. Yep, he was hired to be a consultant to Adrian Griffin. Yes, and now he's getting paid. Now the Bucks are paying 3 head coaches, but Adrian Griffin to go away and Doc Rivers. Boy, it's nice to have money like that where you can just pay folks and not even miss it. Man, that's kind of life I want to have, man. Get to that level. Oh, millions of dollars. Millions. Millions of dollars to just be nothing. Gilbert Arenas, what did he say? Gilbert Arenas, crazy self went clear. It is. It is something. It's impressive. Salute to Doc's agent. It is impressive. And Steven, right there. He's still landing jobs from winning that chip 16 years ago. Yes. All Doc Rivers teams have been chokers. If the Bucks go up 3-1, y'all know it. Y'all might be some of the same folks doing it. If the Bucks go up 3-1 in a series, nearly everyone, heck, maybe even some Bucks fans, how are we going to lose this series? Because, you know, Doc can't close out. I mean, that's what it is. Mike Wilt, no. He's gotten closer. You asked me that question 2 years ago. I said, hell no. He's gotten closer opportunities. I still say no, but he's getting closer. So maybe there's a chance. Maybe it's slim. It's gone from none to slim. So that's progress. And Steven come from the top rope. If I had to bet the house on a game 7 and Doc Rivers is coaching a team, I'm choosing whoever is playing against Doc. Let me give y'all a salute here for these great questions and comments. Y'all are rolling this Friday night, man. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Let's see. Salute the kids' way. And then KDC, the 2008 Celtics players and coaches have milked more out of a championship year than anyone in recent memory. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Correct. Same thing, man. Oh man. It's not just Gilbert saying this. Most folks who follow the NBA say the same thing about he doesn't make adjustments. He doesn't. He doesn't. Ray Valenzuela, that's a new name. No. 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 Welcome to the show, though, Ray. Thank you very much. Salute to you for your comment, for your question, comment, watching the show. Appreciate it. Don't be a stranger. We do things differently here, a little bit differently on Let's Talk Houston Rockets. But yeah, don't be a stranger. We'll do it again in a few days. That was funny about the 08 Celtics. But yeah, y'all ain't wrong. Y'all are not wrong. Okay, once again, the Rockets just turned it up in the second half, blew open a 2-point halftime lead to win by 34. Rockets won. Final score 138 to 104. He scored 44 points in the third, 39 in the fourth. Third quarter was the Jalen Green show. Jalen Green, 17 points, played all 12 minutes, 6 for 8 from the floor, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. The Rockets, Fred made all 3 of his attempts, including 2 threes. The Rockets were 15 for 20 from the floor in the third quarter and 15 for 20 from the floor in the fourth quarter. In fourth quarter, Cam Whitmore, 14 points in 5 minutes. Cam, 5 for 6 from the floor, including 4 for 5 from 3. I don't know how often a team shoots 75% for an entire half. 75%. Rockets, 75%. 30 for 40, including 10 for 14 from 3 after the last 40 minutes, first half tonight, overtime, fourth quarter against Portland, going 4 for 29. So third quarter, fourth quarter tonight, 10 for 14 from 3. Before that, 4 for 29. Just keep playing basketball, man. You never know what'll happen. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. It was like, I mean, it's hard to make 75% of your field goal attempts by yourself. I mean, and the Rockets did that as a team in the second half. I'm going to just go down the line. DB, 1 for 1. Second half. Jalen, 6 for 8. Fred, 4 for 4. Amin, 2 for 4. Jay-Sean, 1 for 1. Cam, 6 for 7. Jock, 2 for 3. Aaron Holiday, 3 for 4. Reggie Bullock, 2 for 3. Nate Hinton, 1 for 2. Boban, 1 for 1. Jermaine Samuels, 0 for 1. 30 for 40 as a team in the second half of tonight's 138-104 routing of the Charlotte Hornets. Derek, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. Great game to rebound after embarrassing loss against Portland Wednesday. And Cam had 2 assists tonight, by the way, as well, to go along with his 24 points and his 11 rebounds. So 24 points, 6 for 7 in the second half after a 3 for 11 first half, 11 boards, 2 assists, and some strong words to LaMelo Ball, basically saying, "Meet me outside, meet me outside, come to the locker room." But Steven, thank you very much. This is where I was going to go. It's good. It's a get right win, a get right second half. But the Hornets just it melted in. I mean, and it's amazing. It's the same team that beat the Timberwolves earlier this week. But the Hornets, man, woo. Oh, well, when they stopped playing, they stopped playing, boy. I mean, hey, golly, it was. Mm. Jalen Green had a rolling. He was confident, effective. Scored 19. Was it 19 points in the first half? 17 in the third quarter. Logic, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. The confidence started with Jalen. However, the energy came from Slam Whitmore. LP did not do anything. Let me see LP's stat line. LP 5 for 7, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, including some nice backdoor cuts to Jalen Green, 11 points in 25 minutes. Rockets scored 138, and LP scored 11. That's a positive for the Rockets, but also an indication of that stuff the Hornets put on the floor tonight. Ooh, that second half is awful. Just awful. All right, seeing some new names chime in. The viewership numbers pop up, have increased the last couple of minutes. So for the newcomers, excuse me. Once again, we discussed 2 trade ideas. Let's go with the second one first. Law Murray from The Athletic says the Rockets need shooting. Goes into the 3-point numbers for the Rockets since December 12th. So player he thinks the Rockets should go after is Jazz forward Kelly Olynyk. So for you newcomers like Devrick, what are your thoughts about that? Thoughts about the Rockets? First, is their greatest need shooting rather than rebounding, rim protection? And then next, do you like the idea of the Rockets reacquiring KO? So that's one trade discussion we've had so far in tonight's show. And a reminder, as we close it out, my man Byron Riley, this last sponsorship from him officially in January. Visit his website, ByronRileyCPA.com, or call him at 832-303-3995. Once again, website ByronRileyCPA.com. Give him a call, phone number 832-303-3995. If you want to replace Byron and become a sponsor advertiser for these shows, email me at kgardner@thehrr.com, kgardner@thehrr.com. And as Mike says, don't forget to hit the like button. Terry says, Rockets saved Alpi for the Nets. Yep. And if you missed this, Fred had 6 block shots. According to the final book, 6. I thought it was 5. That's what was said during the broadcast, 5. But somehow the final book has him with 6. So he had 6 block shots and just 3 assists. Fred VanVleet. There's your rim protector right there. Fred VanVleet, the shot blocking machine. FVV, the defensive dynamo. See, the Rockets don't need a shot blocker. They got Fred. Devrick says, men and Cam had great minutes tonight. It would be great to have Kelly back. He's a great shooter, but rim protection also needed. The direction they're going in is down the toilet. I mean, they're going to build around Brandon Miller and, if he's healthy, Mark Williams. Fred out here looking like Akeem. Yep. And then the next trade suggestion that we've discussed tonight, this one is courtesy of ESPN's Bobby Marks. X-ray. Oh, X-ray. He blocked that 3 in the Portland game. Well, that's true. That is very true. KDC with Fred Block Fleet. But yeah, that's a good one. X-ray. That is a good one. Salute. Oop, I just lost it there. Our man is looking promising. Length and athletic ability, just like his brother, the same way up in Detroit. Last week or so, Austin's played much better too. Heck, last week or so, Detroit looks like an actual NBA team. Now that Monty Williams seemed to realize what he was doing wrong for 35 games. But anyway, back to Bobby Marks and the trade idea he'd like to see. Victor Oladipo, Jock Landale, and Brooklyn's 2024 pick, top 8 protected, to Detroit for Alec Burks and Isaiah Stewart. Alec Burks is a bucket getter. He is a walking bucket. He had an arm issue for a while this season, and he was in a slump for about a month. He's healthy now, and he's resumed his initial start to the season getting buckets. Isaiah Stewart, defensive guy, rebounder, aggressive, can make threes, has become a better three-point shooter. So much so, he probably needs to take more threes. He passes up a few too many threes for some folks' taste. But if that first-round pick is not conveyed, the Rockets would send 24 and 25 second-round picks to Detroit via OKC. So thoughts on that? Kelly Olynyk, that trade idea, or this one, Alec Burks and Isaiah Stewart for Victor Oladipo, Jock Landale, and Brooklyn's first pick? Correct Cut says he take Jordan Clarkson over Alec Burks, though. Fair enough. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Love that one. Yeah. I'm not even sure why. I'm guessing Bobby Marks' rationale was the first round pick, but no. The rest of that stuff from Rockets, no. No. And I'm being objective. No. Or as hell, let me go ahead and do it. As Mike Will said, hell no. So this is from my perspective, my thoughts on that trade. One more time. Now, from a Rocket perspective, I mean, yeah, that you're correct. Y'all should be clapping and cheering. And I'll say this: when I read it, I literally did this.
Bruh.
Literally.
Bruh.
Like, come on, Bobby. Come on. Come on. Come on, Bobby. Come on. But all right, family. Gonna wrap it up right there. It's been a lot of fun. Friday night. Get you a Roundball Review mug so you can enjoy the sips out of your favorite beverage like I am. Or change the screen here. Get you a Roundball Review cap. See the colors right there? Houston Roundball Review logo, the caps. Get that. Click on that shop button. Order your cap. So you got cap, mug, different ways to support the Roundball Review, spread the word about the show, spread the word about how we do things here during the show. It's always fun talking with you guys. I appreciate it. Like I said, Justin, prayers to you and your family. I'm going to probably be at basketball all day Saturday, UH, TSU, and Rice in town. And then Sunday, I'm going to probably spend time with one of my best friends because of what she's going through with her mom and her mom's health. So, seriously, everyone, thank you for taking time to talk to me. It's been fun. Enjoy your time you have with your family, with your parents, with your grandparents, your loved ones. Tell them you love them, you appreciate them, thank them for everything they've done for you. We're going to do it again. Rockets play the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday. Won't be a show Saturday night. I'm not sure when I'll have another show, but just subscribe to this channel. Click on the bell so you can receive notifications of new shows when they are scheduled. And we will have fun again on the next edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Final score, Rockets bomb the Charlotte Hornets 138-104 to move to just 2 games under 500. Record now is 21-23. Until next time, everybody, remember the Houston Roundball Review. Since 1994, local name, global perspective. Take care.
Game over.